If you need a quick pick-me-up today, try this. Nearly 100% of people polled said doing this puts them in a better mood. Is it cleaning, petting an animal, or finding money in your pocket? When tragedy strikes, you have two choices: give up or get up. What Wesley chose might make you smile. How to make sure you never have another awkward conversation again. It's a way to level up your life, and why it's always good to make time for prayer. It's your daily joy scroll. That's coming up on The Good News Show with Andy, where I'm all about putting a smile on your face and hope in your heart.
The Good News Show with Andy.
Number of the day is...
Nearly 100% of people surveyed said this puts them in a better mood. It is cleaning. I don't know if I'm always in a better mood when I start cleaning, but when I finish, I'm happy about it. But let me know, what's that thing for you that you say, Andy, this is an instant mood boost? Pretty much everybody says cleaning will give them an instant mood boost. What is it for you, Ryla?
Christian music. Listening to Christian music boosts me.
And the funny thing is you need it every day. It's not like I listen to this music and I hear the words and I hear it once and I go, okay, I'm good forever. No, you need this encouragement 24/7.
Yes, definitely. And it has helped me through many things.
Most people say it's cleaning that gives them an instant mood boost. What about you, Mark?
It was yesterday when I was with my kids. We were doing sidewalk chalk. It was a beautiful day and so awesome creating artwork with my kids again.
So are you better at sidewalk chalk now than when you were a kid?
No, mine's probably gotten a little worse.
I hope this story makes you smile today.
After you experience tragedy in your life, you have two choices. You can either give up or get up. That's the choice that Wesley had 9 years ago when an accident left him paralyzed from the waist down. He struggled with not being able to walk. He struggled physically, psychologically, and when he was at his lowest point, he looked up and he saw his young daughter, Nevaeh, and he realized, if I can't do it for myself, I've got to get better for her. So he ended up studying nutrition, started a healthy eating regimen, and took up weightlifting. He lost 100 pounds within a year, but that was only the beginning. He then became an award-winning adaptive athlete, and since 2017, his nonprofit has helped many people in Wesley's same situation take their health back into their own hands and rise above their limitations. Jesus responds to imperfect faith all the time. There's a dad that once came to Jesus desperate for help for his son, and he says, I do believe, Jesus. Help my unbelief. What a beautiful, honest prayer. It's half faith, half fear. And Jesus still responded. Jesus still moved. He still healed his son. Because Jesus isn't waiting for perfect faith. He's responding to people who come to him honestly. So if all you've got today is, Jesus, I'm trying, that's enough to bring to him. Relationships can be really tough, especially when you see them changing in front of your eyes and you don't quite know what to do. When my son Joash was running his final 5K at his elementary school, because he was going to be in middle school the next year, my wife made the suggestion, why don't you run it with him? So as we're going to run this 5K, my son goes, Dad, can I just run with my friends instead? I'm of course disappointed, but I wanted him to have that moment with his friends. So we get up to the starting line, and I'm a few rows back, and my son's right at the front with his friends. And right before they say go, he looks back to see where I am, starts fighting through the crowd to get back to me. He looks up at me and he goes, Dad, I changed my mind. Can I run with you instead? And it ended up being the best run of my life. Here's how to avoid awkward conversations and level up your life. Follow the TIP acronym, TIP. T is topic. Every conversation needs a clear topic, one sentence, like, I want to ask about July sales figures. Then the I is intent. Whatever you want the other person to do with your message. Is it, can I ask you a question? Or is it okay if I just vent for a minute? And then the most important part is P, the point. And that's usually where I get hung up on the point, because a lot of times I'm talking and there isn't a point. Lots of people think following Jesus means missing out. They think that God will purposely hold out to show that we don't need the things that the world offers. Anything nice. No, we can't get that. But actually, God has a wonderful inheritance for you. He knows you better than you know yourself. So you can hang in there and trust him because he's got something better for you, better than what the world is trying to offer you right now, that you see everyone else enjoying. You think, why can't I have that, God? Trust him. He knows how to bless you, and you won't miss out. Some people just go through the motions at work, but there are people that do their job so well that it becomes a way to share Jesus without having to say a word.
It was just somebody that typically gets bad rap and did such a great job and was so pleasant. It was a guy at the post office in Savage last Saturday morning, and he was just so nice and so pleasant and just real upbeat. And so when I left, I just said, thank you for being so pleasant and efficient. And the woman behind me, smiled. It was a great experience. Put a smile on my face.
Today's Joy Scroll is a reminder of the power of prayer.
12 minutes of focused prayer every day for 8 weeks can produce enough change in the mind to be measured on a brain scan. That's all it takes. A focused prayer every day for 8 weeks can produce enough change. Well, think about this. Toxic thoughts like fear, anxiety, unforgiveness can damage the brain and the body through the chemicals they produce. People don't realize this, but fear, there's a certain level of fear that protects you, right? Like, a car's coming and you're walking across the road. But over time, if you live in fear, it produces negative, results. And so, but when we pray, our body produces chemicals that have a positive effect.
And prayer isn't as hard as we can make it sometimes. It's just simply having a conversation with God, an honest one, too. God already knows what you're thinking, so don't be afraid to say it. Every day is a good day if you pray. But if today has not been great, don't be afraid to let God know that. But just simply saying, hey, God, when I panic, teach me patience. When I fear, teach me faith. When I doubt, teach me confidence. When I despair, teach me hope. And when I lose perspective, show me the way.
You are awesome.
They show up when the lights go out. They work in the heat, the cold, and the storms. And they help keep your home running every single day. So if you are a utility worker,
You are awesome.
Buck was a grumpy old man. For 7 years, Buck would go into the same restaurant every day, complain constantly, and worst of all, never tip. After he passed away, there was a note that someone from his estate brought to the restaurant. In that handwritten letter from Buck, addressed to the waitress that served him every day, it said, "You were the only person who treated me well." Along with that handwritten note was the keys to Buck's car and $50,000. I don't believe in luck. You shouldn't either if you believe that Jesus is in control of everything. It's all God moments. But I like what one author said about luck and how it travels. He said, luck flows through people and travels by conversation. The people you talk to determine the opportunities you find. If you keep talking to the same people, you'll keep finding the same opportunities. But if you start talking to new people, you start finding new opportunities. So if you want different luck, or I would say different results, start walking into different rooms. And isn't that a beautiful explanation of faith? Stepping into rooms where you're not sure, but God is nudging you there anyway. And God's a God of connection. So he's going to connect you to different people, but you can't be connected to those people until you step into that new space, that new room, that new season.